Hi everyone, we are the Blondie Pens Art Education Team. My name is Evaly Carvalho.
I'm Kristy Bala.
I'm Kyra Kim.
So we've been creating art education books for the Blondie Pen series, which are the kids' version of the Chameleon pens. But we're doing a special segment for you here today. What is the Chameleon pens? We're going to be coloring in an original design inspired by Princess Mononoke from Miyazaki's films, which we're all great fans of. So we'll be starting with
I'm going to be coloring backgrounds.
I'll be coloring the main character.
And I will be coloring in the bird. I hope that you enjoy it.
So I'm gonna start with the coloring clouds. I'm gonna use 3 colors. It's gonna be Seville Orange, Royal Blue, and Fawn. Seville Orange for the highlight, and Fawn for the terminator line, and blue for the shadow. And to finish off, I use rubbing alcohol . Okay, for the landscape or ocean and for the trees, I'm gonna use fawn and light. It's a spring meadow and aquamarine. So now it's gonna be the sun. I'm gonna start with the warm sunset. Yeah, warm sunset. And Seville orange and the sky blue.
Okay, I'm going to be coloring the character. I'm going to start by coloring the hair with the crimson red. And I'm going to use the Seville orange as the highlight on here. Now I just need to add some shadows, so I'm going to use the sky blue. Now I'm going to go on to colouring her skin. So I'm going to start with the fawn as the base colour. But I'll need to use the blender because I don't want it to come out too dark. Now I need to add some highlights and some shadows on her skin. I'm going to use the bubblegum and sky blue. Because there's multiple different colours in a skin tone, so I have to add some. So I'm going to use the pink as the highlights. Okay, I'm going to use the crimson red again to brighten her lips. And then colouring her accessories. So I'll start with her goggles. Use this severe orange as a highlight from the sun. And then add some grey around the edges. Clothing. So I'm going to start with the hot cocoa as the base colour for her jacket. I'm going to use the bark as a shadow for the jacket. And then I'm going to go and do all the little details. And next I'll colour in her skirt. I'm going to start with the olive green.
Okay, so getting ready to work on the bird. We have a bunch of colors for the bird. The main color is going to be done with the hot cocoa and the purple grape. Okay, so we're going to start to work on the bird. We're going to start with the same highlights that we did on the hair and on the clouds. So we're going to keep going with that backlighting effect. So same color, we're using the Seville orange. So here we go. Going to infuse the blender for just a few seconds. And just going to do the tips here of feathers. Infuse that a little bit. We're not going to do all of them. It would be the ones that are on the exterior. We're going to go a little bit into the bird just to accentuate this arc so that we're really framing the character. Now we're going to do the main color of the bird. That's going to be a mix of two colors. So we've got hot cocoa and purple grape. So what we're going to do here is first we're going to blend the brown, the hot cocoa, into its blending tip. So we can do that for about 10 seconds. While we're doing that, I'm going to take the purple and lighten it slightly with the blender. So we're using the brush tips for this because we're doing a larger space. So we're going to do that for about 10 seconds or until the brown has reached more or less a third of the tip. So we're good to go. Then we're going to take the brown blender tip and put it on the purple pen. So here we go, and we're going to do this for another approximately 10 seconds. Check, and just lighten the color a little bit. We'll now take the purple tip blender and apply it for just a few seconds. Okay. Okay, so we're going to switch to another color. We're going to grab the bark, and I'm going to add the blender. I'm going to go from light to dark. So since we've got some green here, we've got some green on our character, and in our background, we're just going to add a little touch, not quite of green, but aquamarine. So this color here, we're going to add that to the little details on the top of the bird's wing. Now we're going to lighten the color. So now we're going to add some fun detail on the wings. I'm going to grab the crimson red, it's a beautiful color, and which is also in the hair, so that will connect the two elements, tie them together. Alright, so I'm going to start working on the head of the bird, and for this I'm going to use a very light touch. I'm going to start with the bark color, and we're going to gradually build up the feather look. So I'm going to put a lot of blender on this one, maybe 10 seconds. So this part of the bird, we're going to make it connect with the character and her hair. So we're going to do a little bit of the outline. Now I'm going to take the fawn again. Just the same as what we did for the landscape at the bottom. To tone it down, I'm going to add some blender to the fawn color and go over these very bright colors. Then we're going to use the same blue that was used for the shadows on the skin tone. So that is sky blue, right here. And we're going to make some shadows on the feathers. Because the feathers do bend, they're not quite flat. So on this side, that's away from the sun, we're going to add that blue tint to show that they're slightly folded. And that the light is shining on them differently, and it'll give us a very nice 3D effect. And I'm going to add a little bit of that blue on the bird as well. Here I've got the bark color again, so I'm going to do a few more touches on the face, add some shadows to make the bird look really 3D. So I'm going to add some of the bark color to the inside of the wing here to create the shadow from the body of the bird. Okay, so I just did the beak using the warm sunset, starting from the inside and working my way out and towards the outside in circles. So I've got the fawn color. I'm going to use the fawn, infuse it, and just to add a little bit of shadow on there. Very subtle. There we go.